There we go. There we go. What it do? What it do? I messed up on that for a second there. The mic should be good, right? Everybody, mic's good. Mic's good. What it do? What it do? Ryals, and we bet again just for you. Hey, hopefully y'all like that. I'm gonna get it a little bit smoother so that the transition's a little better. But hopefully y'all like that. Why them boys clear and never sign anyone? Hey man, we ain't never done this. We'll get into it. We'll get into it, Philly Matt. We'll get into it, bro. What it do? What it do? Hopefully everybody liked that. Everybody liked how that came up. So far, I have gotten the program up that I'm going to be using. I'm doing it from my phone still, so I'm trying to figure it out a little bit. So this is a stream where we are figuring it out together a little bit. So hopefully everybody likes everything that I just put out. And it's just going to get better, especially once I get the actual PC and I'll have it set up, and then I'll just hit the button and go. So I'm still trying to figure it out right now. But yeah, hopefully everybody liked it. Thank you for the W's. Thank you. So yeah, we are now officially using the program. I don't have the paid version, obviously. That's why there's a restream up at the top on my camera. If you're on a phone, I don't know if you can see it or not yet. I believe you can. Even it says restream. That's just the program I use. Once I get the paid for program, that you won't even see their name up there no more. It'll just be my name in the bottom, logos on, and we'll be getting rid of it. Screen shape is different. Yeah, I'm still gonna have to figure a lot of it out. Trying to have to figure a lot of it out still. So yeah, this is the first live I've actually been able to do through the program that I wanted to be using. I've been wanting to use it forever. I didn't think it was possible to do it from my phone. I have now been proven myself wrong in that aspect. You obviously can do it from the phone. And the way I was looking for it to be like an actual software thing. I didn't know what it was just, man, it was much more simple than I thought it would. We still got to get it set up, and I still got to go through some of, like, I just got into this like 30 minutes before I went live. So I had to figure out how to get my intro and everything into it first, and then we'd figure out from that point what else we were going to do. But we're going to be able to do more things. Like, I can bring in different media images on this program, even from my phone. It is more difficult to do it from the phone because I only have one screen. When I get it up on my computer, I'll have multiple screens, so I'll be able to just kind of move things around, bring an image in, take it out, and we're going to just try to keep improving on this stream. No, Walt, we have not, other than our own guys. I can tell you the guys that we have signed from our team, but no, what we have done is we have now put ourselves up in like the top 10 of the free agency salary cap space. So what that means, the Cowboys are making moves. Normally, at this time of season, the Cowboys ownership and front office are on a vacation. They are never out there getting their players signed, adding to their revenue or for their salary cap for the season. Especially, they don't do it before free agency hits. Normally, when we sign our guys, we're scrambling at the end of the preseason, into training camp to try to actually then sign our guys. And at that point, there's nobody left in free agency, so we have no way to know what we can even spend before then. But yeah, so it's crazy that they're actually doing something right now. They are actually performing like a team that wants to win. So it's a little bit crazy. It's a little bit crazy. Us Cowboy fans aren't used to seeing our team be this active, even regarding signing our own players this soon. Free agency hasn't even hit yet, and we have the availability here to almost free up about $100 million before the preseason. Before free agency. So right now we're sitting at about 56, 57 million in free agency. Once we get the Micah Parsons deal signed, that could open up easily another somewhere between 12 and 20 more $1 million. plus we have an $18 million rollover. So once the new season hits, that $56 million that we have right now, this is going to be turned into plus $18 million from the salary cap holdover from last season. So I don't have a calculator right here in front of me or even a piece of paper to write it down on to try to figure the math of what 57 plus. Hold up. We'll do it on a bag of chips. 18 plus 57. I know y'all are probably going to get it done before me. What? All right, thank you. I'm not, dude. I'm trying to do math. So that's going to put us. That's going to put us at about 70, about 75, roughly. We add 18 to the 57. It's going to put us around 75 million. And then, like I said, if the Micah Parsons deal gets done soon, I'm expecting that to get done before the end of next week. Really, I was hoping for the end of this week. I don't know that they're going to get it done by Friday or by tomorrow, but it could even happen throughout the weekend. I'm not sure. We'll figure that out as we go, and I'll be posting any updates as soon as that hits. I'll be going live because that can open up anywhere from, like I said, 12 to 20 million more. So on top of that 78 million or 75 million, it's going to give us, it could give us another up to about 90 million in free agency spending. That's going to put us as one of the top 5 teams for free agency. Hold on, the salary, I can tell you right now, honestly. Right now, we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we are already the 8th team in line with free agency spending. Obviously, the Patriots have 127. We'll never pass them. But we could be up there with the Chargers at 90 million for second place in free agency salary cap spendings. Now, obviously, some of that is going to be allocated to bringing some of our additional players back that are free agents. Jordan Lewis, Turpin, we already got on a franchise or a tender with a second-round tender. But there's other guys that are free agents that we will need to bring back as well. You got people like DeMarcus Lawrence that they're talking about, Chauncey Golston, and other players like that. So there are players that are going to take up some of that from our free agency. But we will have the availability to be able to go get 1 to 2 good free agents. Not bottom of the barrel scraping, good free agents that we could bring in. Obviously, we hear rumors of like DK and I like Devontae. You got Cooper Kupp. But who knows? It may not be any one of those 3. I personally would love for it to be Devontae Adams, as he is one of my favorites. I'm going to get in here because I know it's hard for me because I don't have the chat available on my screen. So let me get in here and give everybody a shout out. First of all, because I've been slacking on that. What up, Philly Matt? What up, Walt? James Potts? Messi? What's good? Birds? Who am I missing? What it do? Gorilla? What it do? Carnage? What it do? Man, welcome in everybody here. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody's names. I'm trying to make sure. JT and Joe D. What it do? Welcome, everybody. Welcome. All right. Sorry I didn't get to y'all's names sooner. Like I said, this new setup that we're going through here, it's going to be a little bit of a process, but we're going to just get better and better from this point. I'm going to get it. It's going to be smoother transactions. Addie, you need to not leave the lights on, girl. All right. But it's going to be smoother transactions, and we're going to make this much more seamless. Not only that, we'll be able to have fun with this, as eventually I will be able to bring in, someone else that has good conversation about football. We can have them come in here and talk with me. I can take phone calls. There's different ways and different things that this app and this program allows me to do as far as putting out this content for the community and trying to make it the best that I can. So, Nemo, I'm sorry, bro. I didn't mean to forget you. My brother in the fish tank behind me. Shout outs to you, brother. What it do? Yeah, like I said, I've got to go through the chat on another thing. Hold on. I'm going to bring it up on the computer so it's a little bigger and I can read it a lot faster. All right, so there we go. Messi, if a Lions fan, I'd enjoy 49. Yeah. You won't be able to enjoy it next year. Things going to change for every team. Every team. Honestly, Bert, your team is talking about how different they're going to look next year, too. They're shopping Brown, A.J. Brown. And obviously, we've seen them let go of Bradbury and Slay. So, I mean, every team is going to look different every year. You're never going to be the exact same team. That's what makes it hard to do the repeats. Not saying teams can't, because obviously the Patriots, Kansas City in recent years have. Philly has also been there, 3 times in the last 8 years? So they're doing good as well. Their front office has been building their team properly. And I just hope what the Jones are doing now stays consistent. And it scares me to a little point because Jerry Jones was gone. We didn't know where he was. Hadn't seen him in about a month or so. And then the Zach Martin retirement happens. Kudos, shout out Zach Martin. Good luck in your next endeavor in your life. Who do I got for the Super Bowl next year? I'm gonna wait for that. I'll do that when I do my season prediction, Gorilla. I'm not gonna do my season prediction until into the preseason. What up, Dylan Holmes? What it do? What it do? I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah. So it makes it harder for teams to do what they're supposed to. The Cowboys are starting to act like they know what they're doing. They finally let the coach come in and pick his coaching staff. The Cowboys front office doesn't generally let the head coach pick his own coaching staff. Not only that, we haven't had a full turnover in the coaching staff like we just did since the 90s. We've always had holdover coaches that we brought in, other coaches, and might have allowed them to bring a buddy or two underneath them. But we've never got rid of the whole coaching staff since we got rid of Landry and his coaching staff and Jimmy Johnson came in and built. Now, I'm not calling Brian Schottenheimer Jimmy Johnson by any means, but the Jones are letting him build his coaching staff, and it appears they are letting him build the roster. We'll have to see, because that's really going to be apparent if we do something in free agency. If we don't do something in free agency, then maybe they're not. Maybe they are being restrictive still. Maybe it's business as usual. They just freed up $100 million for nothing. Maybe that's so. We don't know. Free agency has not happened yet. So we haven't even got to the legal tampering point of the season. So we still have some time to go before that happens. But we do need to get our guys signed. So Micah Parsons, that chip needs to fall so that we can free up even more money. He has already stated that he does not want to be a market setter. He's not trying to set the market. You have to go, Rilla. All right, man. Peace out, brother. You have a blessed night. The world thinks the Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl now that they got money and new coach. Man, you a fool, Philly, man. Ain't nobody said that. I ain't never said that. I'm never going to pound the table and be like, this is our year. That was never me. It's never been me. You'll never find tape of me doing that. That's not who I am. I'm not the pound the table every year. That's our year. No, I am still very skeptical of if the Cowboys are going to use this money and do what they need to be a competitive team. So far, they are doing what's right. They are putting the right pieces around so that when free agency comes, that's when we'll find out what they're going to do. But they let the coach pick his coaches. He did his own interviewing process. He went through it. Cleveland is losing no running back, Nick Chubb. Or the one running back, you mean? Free agency is going to happen, and it's going to be crazy. But the one thing that scares me is what I kind of got off topic. Fondé has been injured every year of his career. How's that not injury prone? You tripping, bro. Y'all always tripping. Y'all are always tripping. But that's besides the point. All right, so the Cowboys were saying and doing the right things up until that Zach Martin retirement conference. Once that happened, we then saw Jerry Jones for the first time in a month or so. So then after that, he has an interview. What does he say in that interview? He says that I wouldn't have said that we're aggressive. I wouldn't say that we are going to fill voids in free agency because we don't have voids. If you conclude, your Bubba's right here. If you conclude what we're going to do in the draft. So Jerry Jones, in his mind, has already picked the players he's going to get in the draft and know who's going to fall to him. Because I don't know how he can guarantee that our voids are filled by the draft because we don't know who we're going to get. They have a big board in their war room. Yes, they have players that they like. Yes, but unless they've talked to every team and been like, yeah, you can't pick him in this round. You can't pick him because these are my guys. Unless that's happened, they don't know who they're going to get. It's going to be who falls to them and who doesn't at that point. So we'll have to see what they do when this happens. When the draft comes and when free agency hits, I'm just really hoping that they don't drag their feet and do nothing in free agency, because if that is the case, if Jerry Jones is telling the truth, which Jerry Jones is not known to telling the truth, he's not very prone to it. We generally, if you want to get the truth, you do need to listen to his son, Stephen Jones, because he's always been the one that tells you what they're going to do. Jerry Jones will kind of play with you a little bit because he wants to be in the media. He wants to give them talking points. He wants his name to be talked about. That's what he does. Carlton Davis is available. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of players that are available, even ones that don't hit free agency, because teams are going to be shopping. They're going to be putting bait out there, hoping that a team calls them and asks about a certain player, and then they can there's going to be a whole bunch of that. So we're going to have to see how that all shakes out. I'm going to get into here at the Cowboys website up here right now. All right. It says, and just like that, this is Patrick No-C Walker. Shout out to him. He's a writer for DallasCowboys.com, and he also is on the podcast for the Dallas Cowboys podcast. What he writes is, just like that, with a click of a bic, the Dallas Cowboys have freed up tens of millions of dollars of financial savings that will move directly to the team's salary cap ahead of 2025 free agency. Their latest move being to restructure the contract of belonging to all-pro quarterback Dak Prescott. It's a move that frees up nearly $37 million in cap savings and arrives less than 24 hours after they Cowboys restructured a deal on all-pro wide receiver CeeDee Lamb. The two restructures alone free up more than $57 million. That can be used for spending both on contracts having been agreed to at the back end of last summer. Also helps the Cowboys heading into the new league year is the multi-year deal they did and had signed by Osa. Considering it landed ahead of the franchise tag deadline, and such as means the first year hit from the veteran defensive tackle will only amount to $6 million. Now that's great, because that franchise tag, had we waited any longer, that franchise tag, that would have put us at $25.1 million for this year. What up, Can't Run Man? I see you. I see you. But yeah. So having him at $6 million is so much better than having him at $25 million. Now, he had a deal that had $58 million guaranteed. You can break that down, and then that's really what his average is. Other than that, it's going to tell you that his average is $20 a year. But if you break down the guarantees, it's always less. And the guarantees is really the only money. All right, so this gives the Dallas Cowboys front office a ton of flexibility they didn't previously have. Also aided by the NFL's increase of the salary cap to $279.2 million, an increase of nearly $25 million over the salary cap number from 2024. Should a deal land at any point this offseason for all-world pass rusher Micah Parsons, it would also free up nearly $18 million in additional salary cap space. It would replace the current fifth-year option. It is set to pay him a total of $24 million. Presumably adding that variable to the equation, and between Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb and Parsons alone, the Cowboys will have freed up $75 million in cap savings. Sooner than better when it comes to Parsons. The Dallas Cowboys need those funds at the start of the free agency on March 12th and through negligible. It's key to note they'll likely get another $1.2 million, potentially designating the retirement of Zach Martin. So we're looking at $76.2 million. Whether the Cowboys... All right, so the legal tampering period for the free agency starts March 10th. March 12th is when the free agency will actually begin. But they can start legally tampering on the 10th. Whether the Cowboys choose to be selectively aggressive or just outright aggressive or not at all is yet to be determined as far as outside free agents go. But one thing is already clear. They had freed up a hefty sum to walk to the negotiating tables with. I give mad props for that because that's 100% facts. What up? Shout outs to you, Can't Run Man. Big presidential candidate, man. Speak of my name. Y'all arguing in the chat. Y'all are fools. All right. So, and now I know I'm going to try to find the list of people that the Cowboys have just re-signed and go through them real quick. I should have it here on my little Twitter feed, my X feed, whatever they want to call this thing. Elon Musk calling it. And make sure if you guys haven't, as you come through, y'all tap that like button. What up, Backshots? What it do? What it do? Feel like we're missing everybody tonight. I go do this on Restream, and then that nobody shows up. But it's all right. It's all right. We got it. Back. Man, I'm stoked, though, that I finally have this set up with the Restream program. Once I pay for the actual premium version of it, man, we're going to get this thing in this. We're going to have a good community and a good show. It's just going to be a hell of a channel that we can all come and have fun at. If they land Lamar Bird, they would be winning. Lamar Bird. Just stress from being president. Man, it's hard on me. It's hard on me, Can't Run, man. I'm the real president. Oh, what are they talking about? All right, so Outlaw Cowboys, he posts this. He says, at first brought up to me by your guy Nix in his space today, I must say I'm in love with this trade prospect that would be massive for the Cowboys. The deal Seattle Seahawks receive: pick 12, pick 174. Hold on, I had to click it open. And the Dallas Cowboys receive pick 18, pick DJ Metcalf. I did hear that actually be offered. That would be a phenomenal deal if they would take it, and then we would have to like restructure or re-sign DK as soon as we brought him in to push his money out. But that would be great. CeeDee Lamb and DK Metcalf would be fire. And then I still say bring in one of these speedy receivers that they had in the draft. Yeah, I'm sure you've been the special guest. Y'all are fools. Yeah, I saw that Joey Bosa got cut. I had heard earlier in this offseason that Joey Bosa was likely to go play with his brother. I don't know how true that is, but I do remember hearing that. So I'm gonna put that out there myself, and just we'll see where it goes. It may go nowhere, but we'll see. I'm pretty sure before he retires, I bet he would love to play with his brother. Pause. All right, let's go back here because I had a list of all the signees for the Dallas Cowboys here earlier. I just need to pull it back up. Seahawks watch. That's what that would be, Philly Matt. Pick 12 and pick 174. That's a first and third round pick. That's a first and third round pick. The thing is will they give up their first round pick at 18 and DK to agree to that? That we don't know. Will the Seattle Seahawks agree to that, or do they want a first round pick additional to their own? Maybe. We're also hearing the Seahawks are releasing Tyler Lockett. That's probably a mid receiver. He's starting to get on the older end as well. I'm trying to find that list, though. Oh, here we go. John Machota, the Cowboys owner, Jerry Jones, when asked about the team looking to be more aggressive in free agency, he said, I don't think aggressive is the right word. And at that point, I literally commented on the video, Jerry Jones, why are you even talking? We were enjoying the moment when you weren't here. It says, I'm not looking at free agency as a place to fill voids. Jones thinks he can fill all of his voids in the draft. All right. Let's scroll down, see if I can find it. All right, we got Football Focus, talking about Michael Parsons, Romo, mock draft, Zach Martin. All right, so I may not be able to find it again here. So I'm only going to give it a little bit longer. And then we have also rumors. Tank Dell. Texas will go through an ACL surgery on Wednesday, which is likely to take him out for the 2025 season. That's crazy. All right, where is it? Come on. Man, they got people going everywhere. Got people trying to tag or tie Stephon Diggs to us because of his brother. All right, so I guess I'm not going to find it. We'll just go back up here to the top. But it was Odigizua we re-signed. Izzy McCollum. I'm just going to call him Izzy. Defensive player for us. He was a safety or a DB. And then we also did CJ Goodwin. We also did Wheat, who was a linebacker. And then we restructured Dak and CD. So now we need to get Michael Parsons. And then we're looking at, like, who else are we going to bring back? Are we going to bring back Chauncey Golston? I really think we need to bring back Jordan Lewis. The effort he's put in has been great, and we're not going to be starting the season off with projections. Cowboys star pass rusher Micah Parsons is projected to sign a 4-year, $144 million extension. Parsons has 1 year remaining on his contract. That would make him the highest pass defender ever. He said that wasn't what he was looking for. Why do people put that out? Like, who is MLF football or ML football? I ain't never even heard of them. Anybody ever heard of ML football? Who are they at? Who are they? Because I don't know who they are. If they sign Marshawn Mahomes, they would get stop honestly. T. Higgins got franchise tag. Yeah, I had heard that they were talking about franchise tagging him. Which, didn't they just franchise tag him last year as well? So, I mean, that's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Let's see what else new has come up. Yeah, he was at, I had heard a post that he was talking about retirement, and then now we're hearing that they're letting him trade. I guess they must not have wanted him to get traded, so he was going to put it out as a retirement. But they were like, all right, well, if you're going to retire, I'll let you go somewhere else. Go seek a trade. So who knows? Because he's only been in the NFL for like 7 years. As a defender, usually like DeMarcus Lawrence has been here for like 14. But can Brian Schottenheimer does have a relationship with DK Metcalf, as he was his offensive coordinator. So maybe that would help, but we still got to convince Seattle. And maybe that relationship with Brian Schottenheimer in Seattle, maybe that's a good relationship. Maybe they will work with us. But as soon as we get him here, we would have to re-sign him. What up, Miss Pittsburgh? James Potts, welcome back in. I agree. He does need to retire, bro. Sam Hubbard is the one who retired today. You're right. You're right, brother. You're right. That's my bad on the mix-up. You are absolutely right, though, Philly Matt. All right, so they did an exclusive interview here 4 hours ago with Odigizua. It's a 7-minute interview. We'll listen in on it. Can you guys hear the audio?
Frisco, Bill Jones, along with Nicole Hutchison. He was a third-round draft pick out of UCLA 4 years ago, and I would say the Cowboys had a pretty good third-round draft pick that year. Wouldn't you?
Y'all hear the audio?
No, maybe not. I mean, the 4-year, $80 million contract says a lot, speaks volumes for Oso Odigizua. But when I talked to him, got a chance to go one-on-one with him about this new signing, but something stood out to me the most. He said to myself and Patrick Nosey Walker from DallasCowboys.com that his mom never has to work again. So this contract is obviously priceless for him, but it means a whole lot more for his mom.
My mom means everything to me. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be sitting here across from you if it wasn't for my mom. Wouldn't be where I'm at without her. So just being able to take care of her means the world to me.
Can you walk us through the process? Was it stressful at all for you and trying to kind of get this deal done?
A little bit. I feel like just the limbo. It was kind of like pre-draft again, not knowing what was going to happen, whether or not I would be even coming back here or if I would be.
Now, he said he didn't know if he was coming back or not. Now, Jerry Jones, in his interview, said, no, we always knew. It was always the plan to bring Odigizua back. Man, if it was always the plan, why did you wait until almost last minute of the franchise tag date in timeline? Deadlines make deals. If you're Jerry Jones, I don't know. All I do know is I was a much happier fan when we weren't seeing Jerry Jones. But I'm going to get back into this interview with Odigizua. And shout out to Dallas Cowboys for posting this. You want to go see this video? It's on their YouTube page.
Somewhere else. I kind of made peace with it at the end of the season. But it's always just stressful not knowing. But I was.
Hey, maybe they'll get him. Maybe they'll get him, Philly Matt.
I was going to be playing somewhere. So this was a matter of where, you know.
But especially because
I knew Garrett was going to be a high commodity.
In terms of
there's a lot of teams looking for him.
In terms of
watch him go to the Patriots.
Tackles as well. And something that you tweeted after you signed the contract was the reward for all your hard work is more.
Did I hear Aaron Rodgers go to the Raiders?
Taking your game to the next level.
Did I hear that right? Not in this,
building on the body of work that I've put in the first 4 years, and I think there's even more years that I can reach. There's a lot of things.
So I think we saw the potential of Odigizua under Mike Zimmer. He has played very well under all coaches. But honestly, I feel like the best coach he's going to be under is going to be Matt Eberflus. I think because Odigizua is like the main piece for what, in the main position for what Matt Eberflus likes to do and the type of defense he likes to run. So I think there's very good and high potential for him to have an even better year this year. Now, we do know that always after the contract, it's iffy on whether players are going to have a good year or not. Bobby Wagner was just re-signed by Washington, 1 year, $9.5 million. I hear you, Matt. So yeah, they're trying to get their players in. They're trying to get their guys signed. I mean, that's what teams are scrambling to do, so that all teams can try to free up money for free agency. That's what all teams are doing. So I mean, there's going to be news going out like crazy on all these different teams, and we'll just have to see how it shakes out. And then free agency hits, it's going to be like a free-for-all. But I really feel like this draft, at least the first 10, 15 picks of this draft, is going to be kind of wild. I feel like there's going to be a lot of movement going on and a lot of moving parts. How it turns out is going to be quite an undertaking, I feel. Jaguars are releasing Evan Ingram. Damn.
That I've left on the field still in terms of stats and what I'm capable of, or just like production. And then just in terms of accolades, there's still goals that I want to achieve as well. So
a lot left out there. We love to hear that as well. But as a third-round pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, was this the vision that you foresaw happening for you?
1,000%.
And it's crazy. We know that Odigizua just really wants to be a Cowboy because he could have hit free agency and he could have took $25 million from any team. Any team that would have signed him would have been north of $25 million a year. He stayed, and his contract says $20 million a year. But if you look at the guaranteed money, which is the only money that really counts, none of the other money is guaranteed to any player. It's a 3-year deal worth $18 million, and not a 4-year deal. It's a 3-year or 2-year, $18 million deal where they have the out on the 3rd year, while the player could still be in his prime. So this deal really does work in his favor for that manner, to where if it doesn't work out in the next 3 years, he's still going to be in his prime, and he's still going to be looking for his next contract. If not, and everything is going as planned, we can re-sign him, and he can get a better deal then. But Texans traded for Kurt from the Jags for a 7th-round pick. I hear you. Yeah, man, there's a lot of movement going on out there in this time period before free agency hits. It's crazy. You can almost like keep NFL Network up and just keep getting these damn notifications of all these transactions and movements that are happening throughout the NFL. I'm gonna get back in.
I wouldn't say I had like a dollar amount like envisioned, but I just knew the end goal is to reach a second contract. That's something that a lot of people can't say that they've done.
And something that's been...
Yeah, because the average year for an NFL career is 3.5 years. A lot of players don't get a second contract. So he's grateful to get that. He wants to stay a Cowboy. He wants to play next to Micah Parsons. So in that same sense, get Micah Parsons signed. Jerry, I'm talking to you or Steven. Whoever needs to hear it. Sign that man. It will only free up another $18 million for our salary cap. Imagine getting 3 of your players done in an offseason, and it still frees up $75 million in salary cap. That's amazing. And then you have, like I said, another $18 million added on for the next season from last season's rollover. We'll have plenty of money to sign back the players that we need to from our team and get the players that we need to in the free agency. We don't need a lot in free agency. We only need about 2 players. Honestly, I say a wide receiver and a D tackle. If not a D tackle, a wide receiver and an O-line. There's running backs in the draft. There's wide receivers in the draft. There's DTs in the draft. There's O-line in the draft. What up, Crystal Richmond? Welcome to the new version of the show. We got the program working, so the channel's gonna start getting better from this point on. I've got these new. I can finally have my introduction in the video. We're gonna have an ending video or an ending slide that at the end of the stream. That's gonna be the goodbye. I don't have the permanent one yet, but I do have one set up for now. I literally just got the program working like 30 minutes before the channel needed to be live, which is why I was actually live at 8:20 and not 8. I was actually running behind on my own stream because I was trying to get this thing figured out and get it set up so that we could get on. And I had to let the intro had to update and load into the program. Everything I do has to load into it, so it's a little time consuming to get it started. But man, I'm trying to get it going so that I can just give you guys the best content. We're gonna start doing it where I have written down the talking points of each show that we do from now on. That way we can actually label the video. The talking points will be in line, and then we'll have time to talk with the chat. We'll have time to take super chats. We'll have time to do all of that, however it plays out. But yeah, peep your last chat. And the 49ers have released Javon Hargrave. I saw that they were doing that. I wonder how much he's going to want, because that's a defensive tackle that I would take. I would take Javon Hargrave. I don't know how old he is off the top of my head, but I know he's a decent D tackle. And him and Osa with Mozzie being the backup, I think would be a pretty good setup to get started with the defensive tackle position. I think that would really benefit us. But we'll have to see. Like I said, I think that the Cowboys are going to do something in free agency, despite what Jerry Jones is saying. Jerry Jones always puts these things out there, and a lot of them don't come to fruition. But if you've ever listened to his son talk, he's going to tell you what it is and how it is and what we're doing. Whether you like it or not, he's going to do it. What up, Sarah? Welcome. But, yeah, so we're going to have to see how this plays out. I'm excited. Today's the 6th. Tomorrow's the 7th. So we're about 5 days away from free agency. And, man, it's going to be fun. I'm going to have a live stream up on free agency as well, just to kick it off and see how it goes. We have an hour tonight, so I'm going to give you, it's another 15 minutes. We might go a little bit over time, but we'll just have to see how it's playing out. But I'm just happy that we got the program going. We got the channel set up on the streaming platform that we need. So the intro is there with the countdown. The exit image is going to be there, and we're here. I'm going to have to get used to reading the chat off of a different device. That's the only downside until, hold on. Oh, I can actually pull the chat up on here. So there we go. I do have the chat loaded in now, so I can see it. I wonder if I can add the chat to the screen in here. There's the options are crazy. So I'm going to have to play with this. You guys may eventually see me pop on some random stream that I'm just here trying to figure things out. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit weird here getting used to it. But once we get used to this new platform, I'm going to be able to make such better content for the community to enjoy that it's not only, the chat's not going to be the only thing that's entertaining. We'll be able to have an actually entertaining stream because I feel like I've only been given the bare minimum of what I can because of what I've had. Now that we're getting more, I think I can give you guys better. What up, back shots? What it do? Will Howard will have very bad combine, bro. Can't throw, work it. Yeah, I mean, that just is what it is. I still have yet to go back and actually watch the combine. That's something that, because I missed a whole bunch of it. We may do that on a Saturday stream. We may start watching and reacting to some of the QBs actually going through their drills and stuff. Unless it was just completely boring and you guys don't want that, then we won't do that. I know Saturday There will be a members only video this weekend. It'll be me in a Zoom call with other NFC East team creators. So I did one last week, and there will be another one this week. Usually he does one every week. I'll be on Mark Holmes' channel, but I will also be streaming. But those will be the members only videos that I'll be posting for now. After that, Michigan exposed him as a fraud, face, green, smile. Oh, it tells me the smiley face instead of showing me it on here. So I was like, huh? All right. But yeah, it's just, so I could type a message in here and everything. That's dope. I can type it as restream. That's weird. Playing Super Smash Bros. With my 11-year-old daughter. She's kicking my butt. That's dope, Crystal. Hey, but you're spending that time. You're spending that time with her. That's all that matters. So wait, we can have the overlay. Let me see. The chat might be coming up in the screen. Maybe not. I thought I was pulling up an overlay of the chat. But it's not showing up in the actual screen, so I might take it back down. No, there it is. There it is. It's popping up. So we can actually pull the chat up like this if you guys like as well. You guys like the video with the chat up like this? Not much. We're doing a little Cowboys talk, and I'm also trying to figure out this new platform a little bit. You see it? Yeah, it's up there now. That's dope. That's dope. And I can go and pick out different. See, I can do stuff like this. I can do stuff like this right here that shows different messages. I mean, I'm going to be able to do so much better with this. It's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. And I can't wait. I can't wait to actually be able to have this out here like this, because it's going to make this channel more fun. And it's going to be more interactive with you guys. Exactly. Peep your last chat. We'll peep it. We'll peep it. Here. We'll peep it right now. Do you think the Cowboys would trade up for Will Campbell or Membu? I honestly don't. I think, honestly, for the Cowboys, the only two trade-up worthy players, because you got to think of the capital that's going to take to trade up for those players, would be Carter or Hunter. I don't think there's another player at the top of the draft that the Cowboys would want to spend that much equity in to trade up for. I think that it's more likely that the Cowboys trade back to 17 or 18 to pick up an additional pick in like either the late third or early fourth round. That's honestly what I think. I don't think that there's necessarily, what up, Taylor? What it do? What it do? We got your message out there. Shout out to you, brother. Oh, yeah. You got a Pikachu and a Smash Bros. That's crazy, Crystal. That's crazy. But hell yeah, we're gonna be able to have fun with this channel. So I'm excited. Campbell and Mbao are the best two. 100%. I 100% agree with you. 100%. It's just, do you put that much equity in trading up for an O-line? I mean, most teams will do it for a quarterback, and generally when they do it for a quarterback, they overpay because the value that they get from that quarterback just ain't the same as what they put into it. So if the Cowboys would draft Kelvin Banks Jr., offensive tackle, yeah, I like him, but I would have wanted to move back to 18 and got him. Yeah, I've been watching. I got hold on, I had it pulled up over here. The salary cap actual or the free agents. This is the salary cap. Where is it? I'll pull it up. over.
Been obviously a big selling point for.
Back into the video, I guess. Oh, I'm typing in the wrong thing. I'm being dumb. I'm getting my two computers confused.
You also took.
All right, pause that video back. So I got to type it into this keyboard. All right. So yeah, man, I'm super excited for the possibilities of what we can do with this channel now that we have it. No, yeah, it would have. I know that I don't know that we would get. This is my new program, Addie. It is not weird. I could pull your chat up like that. I could show many different things. You're weird. You're weird. All right, so I'm going to pull up free agency. Free agency tracker. There we go. And then I wish that, see, once I have this on my computer, once I have this program on my computer, I could pull up the over-the-cap thing and put it on here. I can't do it with here because, I mean, I could try it real quick. Let me see. Overlay, add, media. Let me see. See if I can do it real quick. Other image, presentation, invite guests, extra camera, video, image, RGS settings, my system. Yeah, it's just not quite. No, yeah, see, I'll have to upgrade for that. So yeah, I'll have to upgrade for that. But yeah, we're gonna be able to bring in so many different things for this to be able to happen. If you guys have who hasn't yet seen it, I don't want to play because it's 2 minutes long and I'm on the screen. But here's the new intro. For the people that haven't got to see the intro yet, this is the new intro to the channel before I come on. You love this, Crystal? Like I said, I'm just going to... Man, Crystal, so much love goes out to you, girl. So much love goes out to you, Crystal. Always coming through and giving people memberships. You're just an amazing person. Much love and respect. But yeah, this is the new intro for my channel for when I go live. This will be what you guys see first, and then I'll come on at the end of it. So I'm gonna fast forward it here a little bit. Up to the end of it here. It has this. It counts down. And then, boom. I'm live. We're on. And that's how we're going to start each show from now on. I'm going to start each show with my introduction. And then I'm going to have an outro as well. I just don't have it set up yet. All I have set up for the outro so far is... just this image. I just have an image. So we will have an outro video at some point that gives you guys a little something to watch as we counting down and pushing that button, as homeboy Will would say. Man, hey, Philly man, we just getting started. We just getting started, brother. And it don't matter. It's better than me having no intro. Yeah, it's not going to be during midstream. It's not going to be a midstream intro. It's going to be the start of each show. Addie, actually, they're lying because if you can scroll up like I could scroll up, they all liked it.
What?
They liked it in the beginning of the channel before I came on. See, I like the intro. They just didn't like me playing it midstream. But I was just showing the people that hadn't seen it. That's why I didn't do the whole thing. I fast forwarded through it. See? They like the intro. It's fire.
No one else is saying that except them.
No, other people said it when it first happened. You're just now seeing it. You get your little butt timed out, girl.
No, actually. I was just kidding.
All right.
You know?
So I've got up right now the free agencies. So we're going to go through the top free agencies. Man, there's so many of them, though. Should I do it by team? Alex Kappa already been signed by... Damn, the Bears going after those left guards. The Bears got Joe Tooney and Jonah Jackson. Man. Texans, they got Christian Kirk, like you already said. Ty Higgins has been franchise tagged. Max Crosby got re-signed. Deebo Samuel to the 49ers. Those are the transactions so far. Alex Kappa from the Bengals went to the Raiders. Any other moves that have happened? All right, so Panthers re-signed Andy Dalton. Did any others happen? This list is so long. It's crazy. Oh, so crazy. I don't know. Oh, Cowboys re-signed C.J. Goodwin. Panthers re-signed J.J. Jensen. It's a safety, it looks like. Anybody else? Cowboys re-signed Odigizua. We already knew this. Chargers re-signed Elijah Molden. Or they tagged him. Some of these could be tags. Brett Ripken, Ripon for the Vikings has been redone. Darius Harris, linebacker for the Cowboys, has been signed. So I didn't even know that one. That's a new signee by the Cowboys that I didn't even know. They signed Darius Harris, linebacker for the Cowboys. They got it. They re-signed him. Will Grier. So we got our backup quarterback. It's going to be Will Grier. I think they're still going to draft a quarterback in the later rounds of the free agency. The 49ers, Ben Bartach, left tackle, has been re-signed. Man, I love over the cap. Natane Mute, right guard for the Lions, has been re-signed by the Lions. Jordan McFadden, left guard for the Chargers, has been signed by the Bears. Shane Busheli, quarterback for the Bills, backup obviously, was re-signed by the Bills. Zane Anderson, safety for the Packers, was re-signed by the Packers. Kahil Shakir, wide receiver for the Bills, was an extension was done. The Raiders re-signed Isaiah Polomo. I'm probably butchering some of these names. Linebacker for the Colts, Cameron McGrawn, was re-signed. Sam Webb, cornerback for the Raiders, was re-signed. Cal Adomidis, left safety for the Bengals, was re-signed. Cowboys, Brock Hoffman, right guard, re-signed. Dolphins, Keon Smith, right tackle, was re-signed. Kanai Muaga, left linebacker for the Raiders. The Raiders re-signed him. Jake Tongs, tight end for the 49ers. The 49ers re-signed him. Ben Brown, center for the Patriots. He was re-signed. Sean Olgaby, linebacker for the Colts. They re-signed him. Jalen Graham, linebacker for 49ers, and Alex Barrett, edge for the 49ers, were both re-signed. Blake Whiteheart, tight end for the Browns. They re-signed him. Bill Murray, left guard for the Bears, re-signed. Braden Willis, tight end for the 49ers. So they signed two tight ends back for the 49ers. Tight end for the Charger, Tucker Fisk. He was re-signed. Matthew Butler, Inside defensive line for the Raiders was re-signed. Jordan Meredith, left guard for the Raiders, was re-signed. Sam Owekawai, I kind of butchered it. He's an edge for the 49ers. They re-signed him. The Packers re-signed linebacker Isaiah McDuffie. Chiefs re-signed right guard Trey Smith. The Bills re-signed right tackle Ryan Van Denmark and Alec Anderson. Cowboys re-signed edge Terrius Wheat. They also re-signed Wanye Thomas, safety for the Cowboys. Quarterback for the Giants, Tommy DeVito. He was re-signed. Colts running back Tyler Goodson re-signed. Broncos re-signed tight end Lucas Kroll. Patriots re-signed Jeremiah Prams, inside defensive line. Cardinals re-signed tight end Travis Vokalek. The Dolphins re-signed edge rusher Cameron Goody. Lions re-signed linebacker Trevor Nowaski. The Bengals right guard was re-signed Jackson Kirkland. 49ers right tackle Austin Pleasance was re-signed. The Raiders, Charleston Snowden. Edge rusher was re-signed. Lions cornerback Maurice Norris was re-signed. Patriots re-signed DeMontry Jacobs, right tackle. The Rams, man, there's so many. The Rams re-signed center Dylan McMahon. Bengals re-signed tight end Cam Gandy. Vikings re-signed inside defensive linebacker Jalen Richmond. Bengals re-signed the punter, the edge, and the safety Matareza, Devin Key, and Donoray Tillman. The Lions re-signed left guard Michael Neese. Patriots wide receiver Jaqual Jackson. Browns linebacker Winston Reed. 49ers inside defensive line Evan Anderson. Chiefs tight end Baylor Cupp. Buccaneers edge Daniel Greske. Colts QB Jason Bean. 49ers. Addie, you be getting too active in my chat, girl. I knew that's why you were over there giggling. Wide receiver for the Commanders, Casimir Allen. Vikings right guard, Henry Bird. The Giants center, Jimmy Morrissey. Seahawks linebacker, Jamie Sheriff. You guys need to take your medicine and go to bed. Both you and your brother. Where's Whitney? It's bedtime and if you didn't already take your medicine, you need to take your medicine for bed. Take your melatonin. She gonna have to. Did it time you out? What up, Billy? What up, Backshots? Welcome back in. Welcome back in. My daughter is homeschooled, which means she does schooling. It's really online. It's really online schooling.
Can you put this on the charger?
Yeah, it's in some cases it can be much better than regular schooling, but regular schooling, the educational program, the Board of Education has been going downhill in America. That's one thing that, I'm not political, but that's one thing that Trump is changing. He's actually abolishing the Board of Education because the NCAA has been complaining about people coming into college with no literacy, no basic mathematics.
Actually, wait a minute.
All of this has been lacking. They have been trying to dumb down America. The Board of Education in America has been trying to dumb down the people of America so that we would be naive and be able to follow their lead. But that's starting to be abolished, and that's part of why America is going to become great again. But we're not going to get into that because this isn't a political channel. Yo, Ro, what do you think about the Eagles re-signing Bond? They needed to. With how he played last year, they have to. They got him cheap last year because wasn't he a backup or a part-timer for the other team that he was on? Good night, love you. Tell Witten I said good night, Witten, love you. But yeah, I mean they needed to re-sign him. You used to be homeschooled. I hear you. How about them Chiefs? I don't know. I just went through and saw. I think they only re-signed like one or two of their players. The Chiefs got one. Two. So far, the Chiefs have signed two of their players back off free agency. I don't know how many free agents they have total. I could look that up, but I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm trying to get to the top of this list here. I've already gone through all the ones that have been re-signed. So you have to rewind the video a little bit if you want to know exactly who they are. Oh, come on. Such a long graph. Jeez. Yeah, so Chiefs have only signed back two of their players. Vaughn went from yeah, that's what I thought. He was a special teamer. You do school online? There you go. That's good. That's good. Shout outs to your sister. Hey, shout outs to your daughter. You used to be homeschooled? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, man, that O-line's going to be tough. That O-line's going to be tough, brother. Because I've been doing stuff. You got to remember sometimes yourself. It's called being responsible. I shouldn't have to tell you to do everything. You should remember, hey, it's this time. Well, that's called paying attention. When you pay attention to things, you realize things and you learn things. But yeah, so I mean, we've already gone over our hour by 10 minutes. I'll probably give another 20 minutes to the stream. But yeah, man, I hope everybody has. What up, Nemo? Welcome back, James Potts. Good night, man. Shout outs to you, brother. Man, good night. So, hey, I hope everybody is enjoying this new version of how we're going to get down in this channel. So, like I said, this is just the beginning. Let me get comfortable in this platform. Let me get used to this platform. I can't believe they traded the left tackle. Right? Do you think it would be smart for the Cowboys to sign Milton Williams for 3 years, $60 million? I mean, I don't know. He's not someone that I would be looking to sign right now. But he's a piece that we could use, but
How do you do that?
it's my new program that I'm using for the streaming. So, and like I said, so hopefully we've enjoyed this new stream. Like I said, we're just going to get better with the more comfortable I get in this new stream. So, man, the sky's going to be the limits for us, man. I'm going to be trying to give you guys the best content that I can. So I'm going to be trying to play with this platform and learn how to use it and what I can do with it. And what I can do with it from the phone is very limited compared to what it's going to bring once I have it on a computer and I have multiple screens to work with. It's going to be... Billy, chill out, brother. Because I'm using a different platform. So now I can bring different things up. I'm going to be able to do so much more with the channel. Yeah, he probably would. Like I said, he's a piece that we could use. I don't think they're going to bring in the highest paid player, though. Not at that position. WWE is tomorrow. We will be live just like this for the WWE as well. Thumbnail will look different, title will look different, but the content we are going to bring you is just going to keep improving as I get more used to this new program. So, like I said, it's just going to get better and better. Like I said, I hope that you enjoy it. And, man, like, comment, subscribe, share to your friends. Let them know that we're going to have something good over here. And that we're going to have fun. So, because like I said, I'm going to be able to make this much more interactive with you guys as well, whether it's call-ins, whether it's the chat on the screen, whether it's videoing in with you, however, different ways. Now, obviously, the videoing in, there will be limited on age limits because obviously I am an adult. So we will have to make sure everything is age appropriate in that manner, and that you have to be careful with yourself and what you have on your camera. So however it ends up panning out, we just got to make sure we do it the right way, we stay positive, and we keep having fun. But we're not really paying Osa $20 million, Philly Matt. That's what the contract says. You got to look at the guaranteed number, man. It's really 18 for 2 years with a third-year buyout. That's really all it is. You got to look at the guarantees, not at the end. The only money the player really gets when they get their check is the guarantees. Everything else is if and a myth. Is a myth and an if. So you can't rely on anything other than the guarantees. But yes, on the document, the paperwork that they signed, it says $20 million for 4 years, but it's really $18 million for 2 years with a third-year option that they can have as well. So what that does is, if things aren't going good in the third year, he's still in his prime and he can seek another contract. And the top paid defensive tackle is getting paid $27 million. Osa Odigizua is only the 14th highest paid defensive tackle. He's not the top paid. We didn't set the market with him. We stayed middle of the pack with him. And he did that. That was a friendly deal for the Cowboys and for him because of the third-year buyout where he'll still be in his prime because he came in 2021 anyways. So he's not been in the NFL for a long time. But yeah, so hopefully everybody's enjoyed it. Like I said earlier, man, y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay positive. Make every day great on purpose. Treat everybody right because you never know what they're going to do or what they're going through. And we're going to be out of here, guys. Man, y'all have a blessed night. Peace out.